is Sunday, August 26th, 2012, and I am with Adam, and we're going to do a regression to, I guess, figure out maybe what's going to happen in the future, a possible future timeline anyway, and then anything else we can figure out what's going on with the needle marks and injections, and maybe even be able to talk to Tiyan, if that's possible. We'll see if we can get there.
We'll try.
Alright, so Adam, go ahead and close your eyes. Adam, I want you to look for a door that can help you get some insight about what possibly may happen in a future timeline. So, and I don't know how far in the future you can go, but whatever you feel is relevant, just go find a door, maybe just give us some insight on possibly maybe how to, if we're going to have a pole shift. Let me know when you see a door.
Okay, I see a door.
Okay, go through the door, and what do you see on the other side?
It looks like, the only way I can describe it is like a desert. Just a wide range of desert lands.
Okay, do you see trees, not trees, but like scrub plants, sage, grasses, or do you see nothing? How dry?
I see roads, parts of roads.
Okay.
A road.
Are there any plants at all, or is it all just like a huge sand dune?
It just looks like rubble. It looks like a nuclear fallout or something.
Okay. Any idea what city this used to be?
It looks like Ohio, near Columbus. Everything is just like dead.
Is there a lot of fallout?
There's no nuclear fallout.
Are there? And when you say everything is dead, is there any people at all? Any life?
No.
Even like wildlife? Any animals?
No, it's very quiet. No birds chirping, nothing.
All right.
Quiet.
So, any ideas on first of all, do you think this was connected to the pole shift?
I do. It's harder to breathe there.
Okay. And
the atmosphere is thicker.
Any ideas how far out after the pole shift did this happen? I mean, the scene that you're on, how long, how much time has passed since the pole shift?
About 2 weeks.
Do you feel that there are any survivors from this?
Not that I see, but I feel like there are. Just not that I can see physically, visually.
Why don't you get an idea on how people can survive that?
They just have to be at the right place at the right time.
And what would be the right place?
Away from water.
Okay, so Columbus is inland, so I'm assuming that's okay. But all the rubble, what caused all the rubble?
Massive floods, and then drying out.
Even in Columbus?
Yeah, from the Ohio River. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Well, did like one of the Great Lakes drain out? Was it Lake Erie? Is that what it is?
Lake Erie flooded. I see Toledo flooded. Parts of Cleveland.
So what happened?
Not everywhere. There's safe zones. In the middle of Ohio seems pretty greenish.
Okay, so like these lakes emptied out or something?
It looks like they rose. Water came in from somewhere, but I don't know where.
Okay. All right, so there's higher, is it like you need to go into higher ground in Ohio?
Yeah, but the winds.
Okay. How can people survive the wind?
Underground somehow. But then you have to worry about the water. It's just, you have to be lucky.
So if, like, say, if you went into a basement, that wouldn't be okay because you get.
No, it wouldn't be okay. The winds are very hot. I just sense them. They're very warm, very hot winds.
So is
No
it?
matter where.
And so how hot would it be? Is it hot enough to instantly burn everything?
Not that hot. Like, it feels like how how you open an oven and you get that blast of hot air.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Okay. So, any idea what causes all the heat?
The ozone layer. Something about the ozone layer getting messed up during the pole shift.
All right. Any ideas on what year this pole shift occurred on this particular timeline that you're on?
I'm seeing 2013.
Can you perhaps find a house that might have survived and look for a calendar, or maybe a calendar in the rubble somewhere, and see what the last day in the month, maybe the day.
I'm trying to find some. I don't see anything.
Do any structures survive?
Where I'm at now.
And so nothing in Ohio survives.
It doesn't. It's just rubble. It's just like flat land. It's just rubble.
Do you see the United States actually looking different on the map, or is it all the same pretty much?
It looks the same to me.
So it's not like certain areas are under the ocean and other areas broken off, nothing like that.
No, it seems to have dried out. Water levels went down.
Okay. Well, when you're looking down, do you see? Does it look like the whole United States got burned up to a crisp, or is there areas that still look pristine and green? Assuming it's the summertime.
Actually, Nevada looks pretty good.
But Nevada, okay, so Nevada's but that's the desert, so Nevada, I guess, had the least amount of damage.
That's what I'm seeing right now. Yeah.
Okay, and what other areas, perhaps on the East Coast?
The East Coast.
Yeah, anything east of the Mississippi, maybe, or does it all look pretty bad?
Vermont looks okay. What? It's like flipped around. Vermont. It's more south, but it looks okay. It looks like there's camps there.
Okay, so they're refugees.
Yes.
All right, but Vermont is not that far. I mean, well, it's near Ohio, but you would think if Ohio got creamed, Vermont would have been as well.
Right. But they're up in the mountains.
So where will we need to go in order to survive that? What would be the best place?
Let's see. Hold on. Vermont.
Okay.
There's a place between the mountains. There's these two mountains on each side, and it's sort of like you're in a valley, but you're still elevated from the ground.
Can you look at a calendar, go to Vermont and see if you can find a structure that's still standing? Are there structures still standing that haven't been?
No, there's just tents.
So even in Vermont, the buildings got all blown down?
Yeah, everywhere is just, everything is just, it just depends on a certain place. You just gotta just hope you survive.
So
and live
what about, I mean,
land.
are all the forest lands, or in Vermont, is it all blown down, or is there still trees standing?
There's still trees. Not as much, but there's still trees.
Is there any structures at all that might have a calendar in it in Vermont that you could look at?
I'm looking.
See when this event, maybe even find a newspaper. Well, I don't think there'll be a newspaper print that, but some kind of, I don't know, some kind of publication that talked about the event. Or you might have to go into the future a bit when things are getting rebuilt, and you can pick up a textbook.
Yeah, let's do that. We gotta.
All right, so how far in the future will we need to go?
Let's go a couple of years.
I was going to say 50.
Okay.
Go 50 years in the future, past 20. So that would be 2063. All right, and pull up a text. Well, I don't even know if they use books. They might have those iPads. I don't know what the format is, but pull up a publication of some sort and try to find. Go back in time. Go look up the event of the pole shift and try to get an exact day and time.
Okay. It started January 3rd, 2013.
And when you say started, what was that like?
It slowly started. Animals started dying more. Dolphins started getting beached. Just small occurrences. And it kept going on for about 2 months. And that's when it just shit hit the fan, I guess you could say.
So did it all happen like the pole shift? Did it happen like a period of say 30 minutes, or was it like a period of 2 or 3 days?
No, it took place in one day, pretty much one afternoon, depending on where you stay. But it was worldwide. It wasn't just the United States.
So if we were to go to Vermont, when will we need to be there by?
As soon as possible. Even there, it's not safe unless we find that mountain. But
where do you think
where I'm at?
Yes.
Most people are off planet now. Just Earth was too much destroyed.
Oh, so it was too. Well, how do we get off planet?
We just kept building up. Scientists were alive. There was people that knew about this in the beginning that weren't telling us, and they pretty much saved their asses and went into space. And they came back down, and it wasn't what they thought it would be. And so they left. I see a space station.
Okay, but are these the elites?
There's still, yeah, kind of. There's still people on Earth, but they're kind of not. They're just losing it.
What do you mean by losing it?
It's not a cannibalism. It's more dark than it was
in 2063.
Right. It led up to that.
Okay. Well, how long does it take before things start settling down?
I mean, as an Earth?
Yeah.
It needs to happen naturally. So it's going to take thousands of years for it to actually rebuild its structure and have plant life, and the ozone layer is just destroyed. It's just Earth is just uninhabitable right now. I mean, it's inhabitable, but it's just not a safe place. There's mutations.
Do all like the nuclear power plants?
They melted, yeah.
Did that cause even more death zones?
Yeah.
Well,
nuclear bombs went off. That might be why a lot of the land was just covered and it was just rubble too. It's just disaster.
Why did
every natural disaster you can think of?
Why did all the nuclear bombs go off?
Because no one was there. I guess a malfunction happened when the water went out.
You said the elites are going to come back, but you said that they were going to come back to control us.
Yeah.
But what?
But there wasn't. They came back and there wasn't much to control, I guess you can say.
So then they had a change of heart and they decided to save us. Finally.
No.
No?
No, they saved themselves. They saved what they needed. They picked people that would comply and would be good for reproduction, and then they left.
Okay.
They planned it before. They're planning it still.
So do you feel that's us?
No, I don't feel like.
So we're not going to be one of the ones they rescue?
No.
Are we still alive in 2063?
No, not physically.
We passed on?
Yeah.
Do we survive the pole shift?
We survived that. thousands of people survive it. It's just lucky. It's not about skill set. It's just about what?
What percentage of the world population perished?
About, I'm seeing 94 or 84.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Is this possible we can go on to a different timeline where we don't have to live like that?
Yes. I was just about to get to it. That's just one timeline.
And how do we
if we're able to, what I'm seeing is that each body has almost infinite amount of timelines. So let's say if you flip a coin and it lands on heads, but in a different timeline you flip the coin and it lands on tails. So it's just a way of tapping into your other self. You wouldn't even notice it. So it's kind of hard to establish that connection and getting it if you have no confirmation that you did it. So what we need to look for is how to do that, how to get that confirmation. Not everyone, that's only a timeline for people that believe that they're going to perish and die after 2012.
So all those people out there who are all about doom and, let's say a lot of the Christian crowd who think the apocalypse is going to happen and Jesus is going to save them and all that, and there's going to be the end of the world. So those folks are going to go onto a negative timeline where they will get what they ultimately are, what their belief system is projecting.
Right. Yes.
Whereas people who believe that we're going to go into the fifth dimension and ascend and we're going to have a world like Tesla wanted us to have, like the Jetsons or something.
Create your reality. Exactly.
Well, how can we... Will. So we need to... what would be the best way for us to go into a timeline like that?
Change your perspective and stop thinking so negative about everyday life. And stop worrying about... I mean, I guess you can't just stop worrying about bills, but...
money and all that.
Yeah, but try to put positivity into it and just be happy that you're alive at this time. And pretty much just be happy and change perspective on everyday things instead of thinking so negative about it. Instead of thinking that you're not going to have enough money to pay your bills and put food in your stomach. Just
how will we know? How will we know if we're on a positive timeline where there won't be a pole shift?
You guess you'll feel it. You just got to listen to your body and your soul. I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's what I'm seeing.
So maybe you can just meditate every day and visualize the world that you want and bring those things into your life. So when January comes around, it'll be no big deal. March, May, June, July. Life keeps going on, and we get rid of the Federal Reserve System and go back to bullying back.
Bartering, trading.
Well, do you think even in a positive timeline, say there isn't a pole shift, do you think the dollar is going to collapse?
Yes, that's going to happen regardless.
Okay, and let's go to a positive timeline where that did happen. And any ideas when that might be?
I'm thinking very soon. I don't have a date on it because what I'm getting is the cosmic doesn't have a date on that, but it's going to happen. The more movement's coming, all the occupies. It's in the starting stages.
Right.
And it's coming.
And plus, the more inputs that we have, the more we could affect our future reality. So, to pinpoint an exact date could easily change. Just based on even doing this this regression right now could create reverberations in the timeline, so to speak.
Okay.
All right, so good. Well, in the positive timeline, do you see us getting our abilities back?
Yeah, it depends. What kind of abilities?
Well, can we say levitate and walk through walls?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we say? Could we like turn, say, I don't know, say lead into gold?
Yes. and food.
Okay. Would all people be able to do that, or is it just those certain?
All people that train their mind to do so, yeah.
Okay.
Create fire out of just your hands.
So when the dollar crashes, what's going to happen to?
Everyone's gonna come together. It's gonna be. I mean, at first it might be a little hectic, even on a positive timeline. That's just gonna happen. But after that, then people come together.
Well, do you think, say in New York City, when the food stops rolling into the city, when the money is no longer worth anything, what's going to be? Are people going to go into cannibalism and kill each other off, or?
No, they're going to come together.
Okay.
They're not going to fight each other. I mean, there's some individuals that will.
Yeah.
Those are crazy people.
All right. So even on the positive timeline, it doesn't get that bad.
It doesn't get that bad. I mean, it gets bad, but you have to have bad with good. And good with bad.
And do the elites, the ones who allowed all this evil negativity, do they get forgiven and they just left alone, or are they rounded up and I don't know,
they get a choice. They get a choice if they want to go into the new system that is being worked on, then they have that choice. If not, then they're forced to just try to survive off, themselves. They're not going to have people helping them as a collective.
Okay.
They'll be kind of not punished, but no one's going to want to be around them,
So, say, David Rockefeller is not going to be able to pay bodyguards and personal assistants to do all this dirty work.
Yeah, because money won't be around. Can't pay a bodyguard,
Yeah, so, okay. Do you think in the positive timeline that we need to relocate from our current locations?
In the positive timeline? No, not in the positive timeline.
In the positive time, how long does it take before, say, all the free energy technologies come out and the anti-gravity and things start
Actually,
getting better?
pretty rapidly. Everyone will work for each other and inevitably try to help each other. It's going to be a little hard at first, getting used to not going to a grocery store, without money.
Right. And not have to worry about the banks and Homeland Security and the SEC and the IRS.
It's going to take a little getting used to, but
yeah, people, what are they going to do? There's no more government, but now they're free.
Yeah, some people won't like it. But those are usually the rich people that already have money.
Well, they'll have to work. They'll have to go get a shovel and start growing a garden.
Help each other. Build a house with someone.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I like that timeline better. So we'll work on manifesting that.
Yes.
There's no way I want to go to that negative timeline.
No, I don't think anyone does. I don't wish it on anyone.
Do we want to for the positive timeline? Do we live a long time?
Yes, actually. You live a lot longer because since there's no money around, there's no people trying to poison your foods and poison your water because they're drinking the same water, So
no, are they still chemtrailing us?
No. There's no point in it. All of that has to do with money. It all comes down to money in the end.
Okay.
You have to poison, people so they can do their slave jobs and make them more money.
Do you see us working together in the future?
Yes, I think everyone's going to work together. If someone needs a place to stay or a house, then communities will come together and build it for them.
So what
what
kind of things that we do in the future? Possibly.
Lot of research. Lot of research. Lots of it. Newer research, new technology.
Do you actually come down here, or I go up there and we set up a laboratory or something, or what?
We can do anything we want as long as we get like-minded people, which there will be a lot, obviously.
what do you see us doing in the future? I guess do we set up some kind of research laboratory and
Right. Yes.
what kind of
Research
research?
laboratory, free energy, coming up with some free energy.
All
Instead
right.
of using all the fossil fuels, we'll come up with something that's not going to run out anytime soon. Maybe water, you know?
I see it may possibly time travel research.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
So
Possibly changing stuff. I mean, obviously that might be a little bad to change stuff in the past.
Mhm.
You know?
Great. What happens to us in the future with like these milabs? Do they stop?
Oh, yeah, they stop too. It's going to take a while. Those are going to be the last to go because they're not necessarily running off funds. I mean, they are in a way, but they're not. It's more of a greedy thing. They're still trying to hang on to that last bit of rope that's hanging off the edge, but it just keeps falling off.
Okay.
So that means they'll be the last to go. But I mean, it's not. It won't take long before they're obviously overrun.
And how do you think that's going to end?
It's going to end very positively. I mean,
is it for us or for them?
For us, definitely for the people. There won't be any police force that are. There'll be people helping other people, but the only reason the police are fighting, their own kind is because they're getting paid to do it. Obviously, once you take money away and a higher power that has just evil in mind, then
yeah. So the sheriff, the local sheriff won't be able to knock on your door to foreclose on your house.
Right.
And the men in black won't be able to knock on your door to whack you for building a free energy device.
Right. Because they'll probably be helping you build it. They're getting paid to work for someone. I'm sure they're getting paid.
Well, the men in black are nothing but clones anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I'm talking about more sheriffs.
What happens to like these underground bases where they do? Do you think we get some kind of reformation for the things they've done to us? Do we get an apology from the government, or is it just
no apology? No. They're going to destroy a lot of the underground bases. They don't want us finding out. I mean, it's not really going to matter, but
yeah. Well, once the time travel technologies are released, we'll be able to know what all the extent is, so they can't hide it.
Exactly. They can't hide it. So I mean, they're going to try to blow it up, but it's not really going to. I mean, it'll hide evidence in this physical realm, but I mean, if we just time travel, we can see what's going on.
But do you think the people will finally be made aware of how extensive and advanced and evil?
Some people won't get it. A lot of older people stuck in the old paradigm are just going to think that we're just a bunch of rebels going against a government that means good. But, I mean, obviously time will show them that that's not the case.
Yeah, well, eventually they won't be around much longer anyway if they don't want to
change the way they're thinking, right?
Yeah. So, I guess as far as us, once we stop getting our needle marks and I just want to mention that we get needle marks and injections on a regular basis, will our health start improving?
Yeah, actually, because a lot of the health conditions that are coming, as far as health conditions, like cancer, illnesses, a lot of those will go away because a lot of those are actually induced by the food and the water we drink and the shit they put in the air. Okay. A lot of that will go away.
Okay. Are there going to be any earth changes in that timeline?
Definitely. If we're going to have to get rid of the car sooner. Not the car necessarily. We're going to have to get rid of burning so much. Not to sound like all green, but I mean we're going to have to stop burning oil sooner or later.
Yeah, burning all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the fossil fuels. So we're going to come up with something else. I mean, we have cars that run off, water, but I mean, obviously they're not going to put those there.
Yeah, they can. Well, they can retrofit gasoline engines to burn water. It's probably cost about $1,000 to do it, but it can be done.
It can be done, yes.
Yeah. Well, as far as Earth changes in the positive timeline, is it going to be as dramatic as that pole shift, or is it going to be something slow, like Florida slowly sink into the sea, or what? Well, if that's what might happen.
Are you talking about the positive timeline?
Yeah.
as far as Earth changes and how gradually it'll happen, or if it'll happen.
Do you see? Yeah. What kind of Earth changes and?
Gradually, but not too long. I don't see it stretching out over years. I see it every month getting more and more better. Every day getting better. It's just a slow, maybe I'd say about a year or two for complete changes.
Do you see like Atlantis rising from the sea, that kind of stuff?
No, not necessarily, no. I see us being more connected to Earth, though.
Okay. Does all the power go out or anything like that?
First, yeah, I do see the power going out, definitely.
Okay, and why does the power go out?
At first, because no one's working, trying to keep them going. But,
okay.
but,
well, I meant like, are there any solar flares coming in? And like, supposedly when we go through the photon belt on December 21st, 2012, for 3 days, the photon belt's supposed to interfere with.
The 3 days of darkness.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
Or is that... Yeah, I think it will, but I don't see it killing anyone or anything like that.
Okay. So, but when it happens, will like the sky be pitch black the whole time?
No, just pretty much the electric grid will go out.
So the sun will still come up, but
the lights
will turn on.
Right.
And the internet won't work. Your cell phone won't work.
Yeah.
But after 3 days, the lights will come back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's better. It teaches you to live, off yourself and not off, just the TV or games or.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a positive thing. It depends on how you look at it. I mean, if you're an egotistical rich person that loves, making people. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Would all our implants shut off too?
Yep.
What would our life be like during those 3 days?
You get that little glimpse of how it would be like, but I mean they're gonna come back on.
So, but
not for long.
Do you think we'll get like a flood of all of our memories back?
It could happen, but I don't see that. No, I feel like they've just been erased. Like they're erased as soon as they happen.
Okay, so but a lot of people who are under HARP and mind control monarchs, their implants all of us to get our implants shut down will all be set free for at least 3 days.
Yeah.
Until they can shut it all down. All right.
I mean, that's something to look forward to, I guess. Definitely.
Well,
I guess just think positive.
What ultimately happens to the people who are doing this to us?
What do you mean?
The ones who are abducting us, and I'm assuming those are Greys, but I know they're military personnel working with these folks.
Oh, well, I don't know. They're so behind the scenes that it's like they have a mental block on me. I mean, unless we can try to go deeper in.
Or you can maybe go into the future and just pull up the time travel archives. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. I want you to go to the year 2178, the temporal recon. Do you see me there?
Not yet. I see just black right now. I need to go back into the state. Sorry, my cat jumped on me. Kind of knocked me out of my.
Your cat was picking up on the energy because they're very telepathic.
Actually, all my cats are in here, so must.
Did they all start coming around you when we did this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I see them now. So.
Interesting. All right. Do you want me to bring you back down in trance, or do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
All right. So where are you now? What do you see?
It feels like I'm just standing in space.
All right. Is there any physical objects nearby that you need to step into? Go to?
It's just all black.
Are you in outer space right now?
Yeah.
Can you locate Jupiter Station?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this where temporal recon is?
No, I don't see it there.
Okay. Well, is Jupiter Station where we need to go?
Wait, hold on. The the darkness is like folding back in a circular motion, and it's like a white room.
Is this temporal recon?
Yes.
All right. Is there anybody here in the room?
It's pretty empty, but everything is white. I mean, everything. There's books that they're white.
So it looks almost something like a scene from 2001, the end scene, where that guy was walking around, and I don't know if you've seen that movie. If not, okay. All right.
No, but there's like a throne.
A throne?
Upstairs going. Yeah, it looks like a throne.
All right. We'll go upstairs. Is there anyone in this facility?
I feel like they're there, but they're only there if I call upon them.
Do you think we should call upon them?
Oh, it's quite creepy in here. It's bright. It's just very empty.
Is this place like top secret? You're not supposed to be here, or do you think they don't mind if we poke around a bit?
I feel like I'm being watched.
Well,
can
you just tell them that you're just trying to figure out? Now I forgot why do we come to 2178 anyway?
I don't know. My mind went blank.
I know. I don't remember why. Maybe I'm tapped into that too. Maybe why? What happens to the underground bases? Tell them that you're just looking for information on how to help out the people here in this time in the year 2012. And they'll probably help you out. Just don't try to hide anything.
All right.
And give them your name. and tell them who's helping you.
Okay.
Do they recognize my name?
I'm trying to find. There's a lot of people. I don't know who to talk to.
Am I there?
Yeah, actually, I do see you there.
There you go. Is it my future self, or is it?
It looks like you. I don't know if it looks just like you, though.
Have I aged?
You have facial hair.
Okay. Have I aged at all?
No, you still look around the same.
Okay, I don't want to quite wrap my head around that one. All right. So, does he recognize you? Can he see you?
No, everyone's kind of blank. Should I try talking to one of them?
Yeah, try talk to my future self.
Okay.
If he's open to it.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, they don't. Okay, people don't talk with their voice. It sounds weird, but they they put their forehead on your forehead and communicate that way through images. That is weird.
Okay.
That's why they weren't talking.
So I guess put your forehead on his forehead or my forehead.
Okay.
What will be my forehead, maybe.
Wow, as soon as that happened, like, I had, like, this weird, like, muscle spasm. In a weird
Alright.
way. Yeah.
And what images did you get?
A white box. There's a white box with symbols on them. Inside that box is, like, triangles.
Okay.
And in the middle is, like, a circle, but it resembles a universe.
Huh. What is this box?
It's just a white box, and then inside is a whole bunch of white triangles pointing in towards the universe, like they're pointed towards this ball.
Huh. Is it a yellow cube device, maybe?
It's a white cube.
What is it? Does it store information? Does it do something? Does it? I don't know.
It's our timeline, our universe in this timeline, and you're trying to give it to me.
So he wants to anchor that positive timeline into our current timeline. Is what he's trying to do.
He's trying to give me this box of our timeline.
Okay.
Should I take it?
Yeah, and take it and ask him how to use it.
Okay. He says you can only use it if you're able to dismantle the outer shell of it. It stops any unwanted people from using it.
Okay, so how do we...
So he's testing me. Pretty much seeing if I can open it. Obviously, if I can't open it, then I have to leave. Okay.
Is it like a Rubik's Cube?
No, it's like a cube, and it somehow it's dismantled, but it's dismantled through spiritual energy, not like physical.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, just visualize it dissolving.
It said James has to help you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll visualize it dissolving.
Okay. You visualizing the top dissolving first?
I'm seeing like a laser coming out of my third eye, and I'm focusing on the box, and I kind of see it kind of just...
He said, "Don't destroy it."
Well, I'm not trying to destroy.
No, he was. I think he was joking. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like not just like a point of light, but kind of like a fan, or...
Right.
And just kind of like scanning it down.
Yeah, like it's going around it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that too.
All right. Did we pass the test?
Do you see a whole bunch of lines, like grids?
What? Like inside the box?
Like the white box turned into like white lines and grids. So maybe it worked. Like
the inner shell? It looks like what, grids now?
Oh, never mind. They're gone. They're gone now. And so are the triangles, and now it's just this black ball. So
what do you do with this black ball?
Oh, it's so depressing looking. I want to change it white. But I don't know if I'm allowed to. Anyway.
What does he want us to do now with it?
He's just looking at me like I'm like trying to see what I do with it.
Well, turn it white.
Okay. Okay, it's white.
Anything else we need to do to the ball? Can you say maybe put it in your crown chakra, and then maybe visualize like a helix-shaped DNA strand connected to it?
Ow.
Oh, is that not a good idea?
No. He took it away from me.
Okay.
And then I was confused, and I looked up, and he like jammed it into my forehead, right between my eyes.
So I guess you need to go in the third eye, not the crown chakra.
Maybe that's what he's saying.
Should I do the same?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you feel it?
I feel like pressure in my forehead. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. But I guess maybe now we have visions of the universe, or I mean, I don't know why he did this. He's not really talking. I mean, I think he wants us to figure it out. I wish they could just tell us.
Maybe we should find someone else who's more talkative. Sorry, yeah. I guess I can't really apologize for my future self.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
I guess I got tired of telling people what to do. Just to let people figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
Well, is there anyone else there who would be a little bit more talkative? Is your future self there?
I'm scanning. Wait, hold on. You're coming back over.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know what they were trying to say.
What?
He said something about your Neo cube. I guess that explains it. Because he said, but show me images, and like the triangles meant, the cones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
And then the ball. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense now. Okay, well, I mean, they want to jam the Neo cube into our heads.
So that's like the super modern version of the Neo cube.
Yeah.
It's not even.
I don't know if they want us to use it. I don't know what he's trying to. I don't know.
He's not telling you.
No.
Did he just stare at you with a blank face?
Yeah.
Well, can't you just put your forehead back on his forehead?
Yeah.
Ask him what he wants us to do with it.
said you use it to go deeper. Deeper to what?
Guess deeper states of mind. So,
Yeah, deeper in the mind. That's what you just. Yeah.
Okay, so so we visualize what the cones, and instead in the sphere of the unit should be the shape of the universe.
Said the ball. I guess the sphere represents the universe. Yes.
So visualize not just the Milky Way galaxy, but all the galaxies compressed into a sphere.
Right.
The universes together. Super universe, I guess. All right.
Yes.
And what do the cones look like? I mean, will look like cones, but what are they made out of?
Energy. They're portals.
So what color are they?
You can't see them unless you shine light on them. They're like tornadoes.
Okay, so tornado-shaped portals.
Yeah. I guess like cones.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. Why was he showing me triangles before? I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's maybe, I don't know. Okay. Does he have any messages he would like to share with you? Perhaps on...
I'm asking.
Oh.
Oh, wait, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, anything pertaining to Milabs that are going on now? Like what happens to these people?
He says that you were trying to, obviously. Like I said, you're trying to look for a way out of it. Okay. I don't know what this blank stare is all about. I feel like I'm having like a staring contest with them, or with you. You just, like, it's kind of hard to explain. You're holding this cube in this white room, staring at me.
Okay. Am I... What am I dressed up in? What am I wearing?
A white robe.
Is it tight fitting or very loose?
It's loose.
Is everybody wearing loose robes?
No, you're the only one in there. You have to think about someone for them to show up.
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of people. Like, it's really hard to explain.
Is it almost like they instantly teleport, or you teleport to them?
You instantly create them. Not create them, but you make them show up, you know? Like, their energy's there, but you need to call on them.
Okay. So does my future self have any messages for us?
He wants me to go into his eyes.
Like right now? Visualize myself stepping into his eyes? Okay.
You can go into his past and see it that way. You want me to do it?
I'm working on that. Usually I don't get this interactive, but I can try. Let's hear. So I step inside I guess I see myself with do I have a goatee?
Yeah, actually. You go you see you're staring at him, right? And he's staring at you back.
Okay.
Turn your back towards him, and then or yourself, it's kind of obvious. And then back into him, and go put your body into his body, so you're seeing out of his eyes.
I feel like I'm going in a room with a lot of different mirrors, but they all look like they're mirrors inside of mirrors inside of mirrors.
That's what I see too.
And there's like something there, but I can't see it because it's so small.
Distorted. Is it a little distorted too?
Yeah. What's that? What is it? Why can't I see?
Something's blocking. It's a memory. It's a memory. It's a little particle of memory. It's not a particle. It's just a piece of your memory that you don't want to access. And it's reflecting. It's reflecting on yourself.
Is it because it's too scary? Traumatic?
It's just, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Do you want to go in there? I get a weird feeling from it. Like a little shaky.
All right, let's do it.
Way to go. Okay.
Alright, so I'm looking into this memory, but I think I see myself laying on the ground.
Where's the ground at?
Well, I don't know,
What
like
kind of ground is it?
like concrete floor, but I look like there's blood coming out of me. But I don't know if that's just my imagination.
Well, keep going. Just try to at least get it out there. So you see yourself laying on the ground?
Like a concrete floor, and it looked like a abandoned warehouse, but not really a warehouse, just a really dirty facility or something.
Are you bleeding?
Well, it seems like my feet or legs or something are bleeding, blood's coming out, but I don't know. I don't understand this.
Maybe you need to go down into more of a trance.
Yeah. Maybe you can do that.
I'm not allowed to go in there. I tried to go into it, but it won't let me.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm seeing guns. Definitely guns. Something having to do with a gun. And it's a bigger rifle. It's a light, the light machine gun. It looks like a saw. Not like actual saw, but how to explain it. If you look up a light machine gun saw, you'll find it.
I just have I have the impression I tried to break free or something, and they viciously attacked me.
Are you still alive?
Am I still alive? It looks like almost as if it's dead, but it might be like a clone body.
Okay, so maybe they torture you that way. Because if you think about it, if you're watching yourself and you're tied up, say, or you're bounded, and you're watching yourself get killed, it has to be traumatic.
Yeah, maybe that's why my mind doesn't want to see, and I don't want to remember.
Right.
Or at least my subconscious doesn't want to remember. Well, this is something we can explore at a later time, but let's focus. Is there anything else he can help? He wants us to know.
He wants us to think brighter.
Brighter?
Think brighter with more light.
What does that mean? More light? Do we turn the lights on while we think?
No, I think he means positive thinking.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if you could give us more information on maybe specifics in our life or something, but if that's all he wants to give us for now, is that basically it?
Secrecy code.
Well, he's under secrecy too?
No, it's a law.
So he can't tell us?
Something about a law. Incarnation law. Amnesia.
Oh, so this is like my future life?
It's a test. Yeah, it's a test. He doesn't want to give you information to change the possible outcome of something.
Oh, I see.
Right.
So that's not the same my same life. That's a different life stream.
Yeah, and I feel like he's wanting you to go on a different path, so it saves him.
Okay, but he can't tell me what that path is?
We can't.
Right. Well, that doesn't really help me much, but...
I know, you would think he'd be able to tell you. It's really confusing. Like, why do they have to be so confusing? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, well, I guess we've got enough from this spot.
Maybe we need to work on blocking out. Maybe we need to work on blocking out these negative emotions and blocking out these negative influences spiritually. Working on a spiritual level and then getting to the physical level. If you work on your spiritual level, then you're bound to end up changing your physical.
Okay. All right. Is there is that all or?
Yeah, he's.
Okay.
I'm getting sucked out.
Yeah. Are you back in the hallway?
I haven't stopped. I keep going. I feel like I should grab something so I can stop, but there's nothing to grab.
So he sent you back in the tunnel?
Mhm.
Okay, go back find a door, a tunnel that takes you back. No, actually, don't go to the hallway. Let's do one more. Let's try to find a tunnel that'll help us find Tiyan. That branches off to him. And probably maybe in this timeline, at this particular time.
Well, he's in hiding.
Does he want to talk? Does he want to talk?
I'm looking for him. There's these two doorways or something that I can go through. I don't know which one.
What are the doors made of, and how big are they? What do they look like?
They're just black doors.
How tall are they?
They're not really doors. They're just like energy.
All right, so basically, do you have to figure out the right door to get to them?
I don't know what these doors mean. There's only two doors that are there. Oh shit!
What?
My cat jumped on me again. Okay, hold on. Trying to go back.
They're trying to stop you.
Yeah.
So let's do it again. Do you want me to bring you back down?
Yeah.
You're just gonna go down that tunnel till we can find Tiyan. So we might see a branch of another tunnel coming off nearby.
Whoa. Okay.
You're there?
I got grabbed by I think Tiyan.
Oh. Okay.
Like quickly. Like I was in this tunnel and then like arms grabbed me.
All right.
Like, he had very pointy fingernails. Very pointy.
Okay, so what does he look like?
He's just he's tall, obviously. He's very scaly. And he looks beaten down.
You're looking down? Or is he
No, he looks beaten down.
Oh, I see. Okay. Can you tell where he is? What kind of setting he's in?
No, the settings, it's just like this he's on Earth. He's in like a shack.
Is it like an underground base, or is it above ground?
No, it's in the middle of the woods, but he doesn't want to tell me where it's at. He's in hiding. If I think about it, then they might find him.
Does he want us to go?
No, not yet. He wants to say something.
Well, okay, ask him what message he has.
Said he wanted to stop something, and then people came in and they kept torturing him. Then he finally broke free off of this ship that was orbiting Earth, and he finally landed on Earth and tried to find a reclusive place to hide, and he found this abandoned shack somewhere in a very wooded area that no one's really there, and there's a swamp. There's a swamp nearby. That's what I see. And he's able to shapeshift to, feed. And he uses a swamp hold on.
So people will see him, they would think there's a swamp monster out there.
Like a crocodile or alligator.
Okay, but he can shapeshift into an alligator too.
Right. Like a 12-foot alligator.
Can he shapeshift into a human?
Well, he said, yeah, but it's risky.
Why?
Because when you're a human, you give off too much frequency.
So they could pinpoint him.
Yeah.
Does he want us to help find him?
No, he said he doesn't want us to be in danger.
Okay.
He says he's just waiting out the storm.
You mean until the dollar crashes and these Milabs stops?
Yeah. And he says there's other races that are going to come down and help us in a positive way, and he's waiting. There's more of him. He's not the only one. And he told me to calm my storm, whatever that means.
Can you ask? What does that mean?
I guess I was too energetic right now. He doesn't want anyone to find him.
Oh, so we need to mask ourselves right now?
Huh?
Do we need to mask ourselves right now?
No, we're okay. Just try not to think about the area he's in. Just think about him.
Okay.
Don't think about the area. Just think about him.
All right.
I'm focusing too much on trying to find where he's at.
Does he what was that group of people? You said the Alpha Squad Council. Can they be trusted? Can you ask them that?
Yeah, hold on.
Because apparently they're looking for him.
He says he can't trust them. He can't trust people he worked for.
Okay.
He doesn't feel like his life is in danger. It's more of defending what he believes is right.
So, the whole runaround about how Tiyan was lied to and that he'd been manipulated was basically a lie itself. We can't trust these people.
So there are good people. There's good people in there, but they're stuck just like us.
Does he have any other messages?
He said, hold on. He's excited.
About what?
About the economy collapsing.
Okay.
Because he says that's going to start. He left. He heard you. He didn't mean as in money-wise. He doesn't care about money. I don't know if that's what he cares about. I guess he has a lot of relatives out there, and they're planning on coming down whenever it does to help us out with new technologies. They're gonna try to help us out.
So, like his reptilian friends?
Yeah. He said most of them are okay. He says picture a pit bull and how pit bulls have bad names for always attacking other dogs and being vicious. But when it comes down to it, it's just the people that own them.
Okay. Well, have you ever heard that story about this guy in, I believe it was Puerto Rico? He saved a crocodile. Somebody like shot him in the eye and left him out to die, and he brought this crocodile into his house and he nursed him back to life for 2 or 3 weeks or a couple months, and then he released him back into the swamp, and the crocodile kept coming back and just hanging out in his house. Yeah. And he even did he would sleep with the crocodile, and he would swim with him in the pond nearby. And eventually the local community got word of it and became like a tourist spot. And then unfortunately one day somebody came around and killed the crocodile in the middle of the night. I guess
that's unfortunate.
That kind of gives me a kind of like idea
about
how they would treat Tiyan. Does he know the name of my father? My biological?
He has 2.
What? Oh, and mine. Or do I have 2?
Hold on.
Do we have the same father?
He seems nervous.
He doesn't want to talk about this?
No, he does. He just seems nervous.
Why?
The word irrelevant? I don't know.
I guess he feels like that. Maybe we're not supposed to know this right now.
He said, "Okay, gotta go. Come back."
That's it.
He seemed nervous leaving though.
Okay, so
maybe we stepped on those I don't know. What did you say? What did you say again?
I asked him what the name of my father was, my biological father.
Okay.
I wonder why that would upset him.
I don't know. Why would that make him so nervous?
Do you think he's a bad dude?
Who, your biological father?
Yeah.
I don't know. People are... Every time we, go in, it's always so confusing. Maybe that's the fun of it. Putting puzzles together.
So that's it? Tiyan's gone?
He said come back. But, not now. He just said, gotta go come back.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't you just step on out of trance right now, come back to your body, if you haven't done so already. Do you remember a lot?
No.
Do you remember anything?
I remember dreaming.
Do you remember talking to Tiyan?
No, but I remember. How long have we been on the phone for?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Oh. No, I remember seeing you. That's it.
Where was I?
In some like castle or something. Like I don't know, very bright. Somewhere bright. Like the clouds or something. I don't know. Somewhere bright, like
I don't know.
white. Like the white. You're in like a whitish. Wait, I don't know.
I was in a white castle.
Not a castle. It was. I don't know. I had like a king's like looking like throne, and there was spirits everywhere, and there was you with a beard or something, a goatee.
Oh, that was Temple Recon.
What's that?
It's a place where they monitor timelines in the future.
Oh, okay. Did we go? We went in that during the
apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently my future self is there.
That's weird. I felt like I was sleeping, like I was in a lucid dream or something.
And you don't remember talking to Tiyan at all?
No. Well, actually, I remember talking to. Well, it's actually kind of weird. It was like an alligator or something, and it was like, I don't know if it was like a swamp in New Orleans, but it was like I remember being in New Orleans, by a swamp.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tiyan didn't want to tell his exact location, but I guess New Orleans is somewhere around there. Maybe.
Oh.
And he was looking forward to seeing the dollar crash, so that he could be set, so they would stop hunting him, I guess. He's hiding out, is what he said.
Where's he hiding out at?
He said he didn't want to tell us, but you said New Orleans, so I guess somewhere.
Oh shit!
It's somewhere in a swamp and in a shack, and he shapeshifts into an alligator to get food.
Yeah, I remember that for some reason.
And he can shapeshift into a human, but he doesn't do it because they can catch him, because the energy is off.
That's weird how my fucking mind forgot about that. But it was just like, how many minutes ago?
3 minutes ago?
30?
3.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
So what's the next steps that we have to take?
Well, you said the dollar's going to crash, and it's going to be soon, but you didn't say how soon because the timeline varies so much. It may be as early as October, is what I've been hearing.
I hope so. That'd be awesome. It's just I don't know what would happen after that.
You said people will come together and they're going to work together to, I guess, not only get food, but help each other out. At first, there will be power outages, but then slowly that'll come back online. And the people that are rich and wealthy and living high in the hog off of other people
right.
labor, they're going to have a reality check. They're going to actually find out that if they don't work and they don't help their community, they don't get any food. So, some of these people...
So they gotta help just like everyone else.
Yeah. They starve. So, the rich and the wealthy are the ones who are going to suffer the most, whereas those who are service to others, who are willing to help out and work with their community, are the ones that are going to
survive. Right?
Yeah, they're going to come out on top on all this. And apparently, free energy technologies will be released, and anti-gravity, and it's all going to be rapid.
You know a year or date?
You didn't give a date for, but you said it'll be like within like a year or two or so. It sounded pretty rapid when all these technologies come out. But the problem is once the dollar crashes, there's going to be no economy. So first we'll go to a barter system where basic survival needs are met, food, shelter, and all that. But then once that's taken care of, then these technologies come out.
Okay.
So be a while. But you said there's another timeline where there's a pole shift, and that one is going to be between January and March of 2013. And on that timeline, there's 300-mile-an-hour winds, really hot. It blows everything down over the entire planet, kills about 94% of the population.
That's refreshing.
Then apparently 50 years in the future, people from outer space come back down and they decide it's not even worth rescuing the planet, and at that point everybody goes into cannibalism. It just gets worse and worse and worse. It takes thousands of years for the planet to recover.
That's depressing.
And we both die at an early age in that timeline. We survived the pole shift, but we die eventually.
Oh, we die?
Yeah, in that timeline, but I don't think we're going to go into that timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how do we not go into that timeline? Do we find out, or?
Well, you said we have to project that in our thoughts, like on what we want to manifest in our life. If we're projecting negativity, if you know, like those conservative Christians who think we're gonna have an apocalypse and then Jesus is gonna come and save them. Well, what they're gonna find is that they're gonna get their apocalypse, but Jesus isn't gonna come to save them.
So you gotta think more, think better, think good, think positive.
Yeah. Ultimately, the way you are and the way you treat others is reflected back onto yourself.
So it's like reflection, karma, like.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, like I said, I think we're going to be a positive timeline. But anyhow, I think this is a good place to stop. So thank you, Adam, for allowing me to do this, and we ought to do this again sometime.
Definitely.
Is there a way people can contact you?
Yeah, if they want to, through Facebook or...
Do you have an email address you could give them?
Yeah, if they want to contact me through my email address, they can. You want to just put it into the...
Yeah, but go ahead. What is your email?
adammichaelzupancic @gmail.com.
Okay, I will probably have to spell that one out. All right,
yeah,
thank you, Adam.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye.